Hey, welcome back to Phantom Power Hour. I'm Josh.
Yeah.
And Jeremy, your shoulder's hurty? Hurt shoulder?
Man, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
That's all there is to say about that. I injured my shoulder sleeping, I think. So,
Well, you should see him sleep. He's just mosh pit all night long. Throwing bows.
not like bows, but like I'm tying.
Yeah, you're tying
Little kids. I have a
tying
daughter.
bow ties and throwing them.
Cute little bows all night long. How are you?
I'm good. I am dreading the inevitable sleepiness that hits me. I did the very responsible, irresponsible thing, like getting up and getting to the gym early. And you all would have no idea, but we're doing this thing a little bit earlier than normal. So I got out of bed at 4 this morning, and I'm feeling good right now. But I have a lot of pre-workout in me and food in me. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes.
So it is not even 9 a.m.
Yep.
Which is early for us to do this. So I dropped my kids off and then came straight here.
Yeah. But I'm 5 hours into my day. So I'm in that like peak window, you know?
I mean, I was up at 6, I guess, getting kids ready. I mean, later than you, but not like late.
Yeah, not way later.
We don't have those typical musician schedules. You do most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, I can usually have some wiggle room with when I need to roll out of bed, but I do try to prioritize starting my day with a workout, or at least like sometime early in my day having a workout. I think it helps my brain for the most part.
Well, wouldn't it be nice if there was AI to run your life for you? We may not have that, but you know what we do have? A Waves autonomous plugin to mix for you now.
So,
would you like me? I just stole.
That was a very slick transition.
Waves,
curves. I typed curves.
Oh, AQ. It's not even IQ. It's not AI. AI IQ. AQ.
Nope. Let me.
I expect all those letters on the screen. By the way, I've got a little bit of a contentious relationship with Waves. I put out 2 videos when they got a little randy with their subscriptions.
Yep, and we talked about them on the podcast in the early pod days. I was just texting you last week with my Waves frustrations.
What did you have going on?
Okay, so the only 2 Waves plugins that I have purchased in any recent time frame is both of their Clarities. I don't know if they're both called Clarity, but I got Clarity specifically.
Yeah. Clarity Vox and Clarity Vox Pro, probably.
Yeah, I got Clarity Vox Pro, and then I got the D-Reverb, whatever that one's called.
Clarity D-Reverb.
And I use them fairly often for video editing stuff. Never used them in a musical context. I don't know if that would even be beneficial in any way.
I've never used it in a musical context.
Yeah.
It gets a little too aggressive.
So things were all good. I got them on sale. I think they were like $20 each. Really good investment for how I use them. Yeah. The problem is it gave me 2 licenses when I bought it. Maybe I missed some fine print or something. But this was before I got my laptop. So other machine at home, used both licenses. It was fine. I knew I needed to get a laptop, but not in the near future. Well, I got one. Put the other 2 licenses that Waves gave me on this thing. And I was going through a whole bunch of weird stuff editing. I sent you one of the demos, and stuff was cutting in and out like something was in demo mode.
It's a classic Waves demo mode. Like sometimes if it loses track of licenses and you have to do a rescan, it'll just cut audio out.
Yep.
Like there's a couple plugin companies that do that, but Waves, it sounds like Waves.
So I checked. The first thing I checked was ilok. Is ilok did it reset itself? What's going on? It did.
Waves not on ilok though.
Well, correct. But this is all part of my thing. I didn't scroll through the list of ilok. I wasn't thinking, because those are the only 2 Waves plugins that I use on any type of regular basis right now. So my mind was just ilok it. That's probably what's going on. Open up ilok. Sure enough, it had reset because there was a essential update or something.
Yeah, typical.
Update it, re-render, thinking this fixed it. No, didn't fix it. So to cut to the chase here, realized that Waves also needed an update, prompted me to get the new version of the plugins. I did not do that because I just want my stuff to keep working. That's all I want.
You didn't get the new version.
Correct. What is it, V15 or something?
Don't ever update your plugins if you can get away with it.
Yeah. And
because it'll charge you for it.
Oh, gross. So I just didn't do it because I was like, it works now. I just want to keep it that way. Update Waves. And upon doing that, I come to this realization that, well, my 2 extra licenses for these plugins that I bought that are on the laptop, which is now the main machine that uses those plugins, expires by the end of this year.
That doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense to me.
Do you have one perpetual or do they all expire?
I do have one perpetual for each of them.
Okay.
Which is on my other machine.
You could move it.
Yeah. It's just the whole idea to me is like, why did you tell me I get 2 licenses then? And I understand that this is a consumer problem. Like, it's my problem and my fault for not reading into it. But at the same time, it's like, gee dang, guys. Like, why you gotta... You're milking me, you know?
Waves is an interesting company, and I have a very love-hate relationship. Some of the things and some of the plugins are like total duty, and some of them, like, they're on every single mix that I do. I'm like, how can one company span, like, well, this is a joke, and then this is like, holy cow, how did you build this thing?
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, RVox at this point, it's a legend. You know, I mean, it may be simple. There's other plugins that can approach it, but for how quick and easy it is to use and how good that darn thing sounds, it's like I'm a little pissed that it's on everything I do.
Yeah.
All the time. Renaissance Axe is the same way.
Yeah.
R-Bass is hard to replace. Although
that whole Renaissance series is really cool.
They're really good. Now, some of like the artist stuff gets a little whack.
I have tried so hard to like the CLA bass plugin because I'm primarily a bass player.
Right.
I've tried so hard to like it. I just can't.
Yeah. In the correct context, the chorus is kind of cool, but any of the EQ moves, like, this is not where I want to notch bass out.
Yeah.
Where I do love this stuff, like, Waves dominates live production.
Yeah, and that's what I've heard.
As a front of house engineer, like, what is it, F6? I'm using it everywhere. Shep's parallel particles, incredible, especially for like super clean line array. Like, since Cookie showed us that trick, because he's using parallel particles when he toured with Styx, but putting it up on a super clean PA, like, you can get this attitude and grunge that's like, okay, maybe we're not in this crystal clear environment now. There's a little attitude. It absolutely works.
Yeah. On
the 2-bus. It's awesome. But
I think the last thing I'll say about the license stuff, because it's not all about poo-pooing on Waves.
We can poo-poo on Waves.
Well, my point is, like, there's a lot of companies that do the same thing. And I get it. I understand the business model has to work somewhere, especially when there's no telling how many people are just pirating these plugins and stuff. So I understand. I get it. The one thing I have never really loved ilok from the early days, but one thing I do like is the cloud-based ilok stuff that they do. That way, like, I can just, on both of my machines, just log into the cloud and it's fine. But not every plugin has that feature. Yeah. And I have heard somewhere, I think, like, there's a licensing portion to that, and then I'm sure there's other things that go into it. But does Waves have any type of cloud-based thing?
I mean, effectively, it is all cloud, right? I mean, because you can put it on the machine. Well, not technically cloud. All of these exist in the ether, and then you have to assign them to whatever you want.
Right.
And then you can pull them off and put them wherever else you want. The thing Waves, like, I wish they would do ilok. And here's a hot take. I love ilok. It's just
have
simple.
you loved it from the beginning?
Yeah, from the very beginning. Like, all of my stuff is in one spot or two spots if I want it. Like, if you give ilok nothing else, like, they make organization of your licenses super easy.
Yeah.
And there are certain companies that like opt in or out. Fine. Like, there are other companies that do the license thing. Like, there's no is it DRM protection? Is that what we're talking about? And like, that's cool, but I mean, I get you have to protect against theft in certain situations. Like, I think Plugin Alliance does it in a really cool way. FabFilter, it's a little annoying because you have to go open in your DAW, find the code, paste the code in the website, and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
Isotopes used to be super annoying because you had to do exactly the same thing as FabFilter, but it never worked. Waves, they have their own thing, but they don't like to work with VPNs either.
Yeah.
Like, and this is not a US based company.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime I turn my VPN on, it can't read my licenses. So I had to put them on this little weird USB stick. I'm like, I don't like that.
Like the old days, man.
Which is weird because ilok is a USB stick, right? But this one is not nearly as strong. I guess I could go get a strong one for it, but I wish I had the option to just put them all in one place.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Speaking of this whole licensing thing, and you mentioned FabFilter, you have to open up in the DAW.
Yeah. But we're not even talking about the curves, are we?
We will.
Anyway.
We will. I before we hit record, I brought up that I've been playing around with the demo version of the JHS modeling amp and software and stuff. I think it's Mixland that makes it. Let me find it. Mixwave.
Oh, that's Taylor Larson's company.
Mm-hmm. And they have some cool stuff. I've also messed around with their Dumble plugin. I know a lot of people love the is it the 1981 plugin that they have?
Dude, this dude has made some of my favorite sounding records.
Yeah, this one right here. I know a lot of people that love the emulation of the 1981 drive in plugin format.
So what's the thought in having like all these plugins that are emulated?
Well, so they're not technically emulated, I guess. It's modeled. So to a component level, they are assembled in software.
Okay.
So each component, like the way, my understanding at least, the way this one resistor passes electricity through, that is modeled down to each piece. And then that's how they're getting the output sound. So
But
theoretically,
the thought process being like you could stack a bunch of pedal plugins, make your pedal board, and put that into one of the amps.
And you're now not tied to only using it on the pedal board. You know, you can put this into your drum chain, drum bus stuff. And so the JHS one is cool because I got the demo for the Loudest More Good collection. Purely, honestly, because I really wanted to try the model of this amp. Every time I hear people play it, I love it.
It's probably pretty boring, right?
Yeah. But I like that. It's like really cool pedal platform style.
Yeah.
I think it's, is it Milkman who partnered with JHS and built it? I think that's who it was. But the combo comes with all the pedals. The cool thing that I like is each pedal is also its own plugin. So this is something I'll do with Neural DSP sometimes is I will like get the entire modeler plugin and then turn off the components I don't want to use and just leave on a pedal section or just leave on the cabinet section or just leave on the amp section or whatever. With this, at least the pedals are separate. Pretty cool stuff. The whole reason I brought this up, though, to tie it back into the licensing thing, I like using these as standalone apps a lot of the time if I'm just sitting down to noodle or practice or something. I don't want to have to fire up a DAW, load up the plugin, and all that. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's placebo. Maybe some of you out here know the explanation. I think standalone versions sound better, like drastically better. Of all of them, neural, of these mixed wave ones, of even stuff like amplitude, tone X, all of them. I think they sound better in standalone. I could be wrong. My ears could be deceiving me. No idea. I bring all that up because with all of them, if I try to launch it in standalone in order to register it, it will just say it launches and then nothing happens. I have to open a DAW and load the plugin version to get the prompt for the license. Or for
that's how STL Tones was for me.
Yeah.
Dude. I love so many things about STL Tones, but how their licenses work is beyond me. It never works. Every time I open that plugin up, it's like, are you registered? Like, can you please remember this from 5 minutes ago? Like, then that's a whole thing that can make you love or hate an entire set of plugins. Like, how easy is it to get up and running?
Yeah.
Which is why I like ilok. I know that's a hot take, and so many people are screaming right now. But like, you know what? You just open up your ilok and just drag that old license down there, and it's there forever.
I will say, of all the other options, ilok might have the best solution still.
It's the most consistent
when it works. And I don't think there have been many
it not
problems.
Working.
My first experience with ilok, which may be what put a bad taste in my mouth, was back in the inbox days, like the M box.
Yeah, okay.
And that was registered as your ilok. And so in order to load that version of Pro Tools, you had to have the inbox plugged in.
Well, yeah, that was a little different. That was when Pro Tools was hardware locked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those days were weird for sure. And that was a Pro Tools thing. I don't know if it was an ilok thing.
My young head, though.
Yeah.
It was fair. Equitable, or the same thing to me.
Yes, and so, yes. I agree.
From then on, any of that type of like, I have to have a piece of hardware plugged in to get this thing to work, just turned me off of that entirely. And I know ilok now, the way I use it, I don't have a fob, I don't have a USB stick or anything. I
have 4.
Have a machine locked. Well, that makes sense though.
I'm curious how many licenses I have. Holy moly. Well, I don't want to do all that math. That's a lot. 228 on 1, 73, 36, 61, 34, 491, and 1. And then 0.
So close to 1,000.
Is it? I can't do math that fast. Sorry.
We got almost 500 on one and then over 200 on another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty close to 1,000 probably. It's a whole lot of licenses.
Yeah. Lots of bundles.
Yeah.
But let's pop back to Curves AQ, because we went down a trail real fast.
I don't even know, like, I have not used it. I have no interest in using it. Like, I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent here. I love AI. Like, I think this is like a tool that we can use to make a lot of our lives easier and certain aspects of our jobs easier. Like, you technically work for me, with me, as well as I have an intern who does the same thing. Do I get pissed when you use AI?
Dude, so mad. He hits me.
Like, I don't care. Like, if you can use it as a tool and it makes sense.
Right.
I think awesome.
I did a whole, just because we were going back and forth on a sponsor spot thing months ago, I just used AI for the whole thing and just like put a little robotic spin on it.
Right.
And I thought it was funny.
But there's so many aspects about AI that can potentially make like humanity better in general. This is dumb. I think this is a little dumb. And
what? So
like, it's not like we haven't seen stuff like this before with like Neutron and like so many like AI assistant plugins,
like any of Isotope stuff, which is why
World's first, like that. I don't.
Is it just
understand.
because they're calling it autonomous EQ?
I don't know, I haven't even watched the video on it. So, like, is there one like to watch?
Watch it in action. We'll see if.
Like, is it just an EQ?
You
What?
can't think the old way. This is completely. You've broken all the rules.
Learn to track
We've
just like
seen that
Isotope.
before. We've seen that before. We've seen that before.
Holy cow, that's just automatic.
Fire.
Crazy.
Wow.
For it to be able to do that on its own is pretty impressive.
Let's make the track sound bad and then fix it.
Yeah, 100%.
His first choice is pretty spot on.
Hitting the learn button and then tweaking is really magical.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw nothing in there that is a world's first.
No.
I mean, Isotope aside, Smart EQ,
Yeah.
Sonable, they've been doing this for years. Like, and it's okay. It works. More than that, they have like, it can compare it to other tracks and find masking issues. Maybe this can do that.
Maybe it
Oh, you could boost and cut? What?
maybe it does it better than all the other ones because technology has gotten better. I think
Well, what is
and not in defense of it at all. I would still like to use it just to see how it actually sounds in person and stuff. I wonder how good of a teaching tool this can be. We've talked about that in the past when it comes to Isotope and things like that, where you can learn some things judging off of what you like and dislike of how it approached EQ.
Yeah.
But this looks like it's
just
doing more than what the line is telling you it's doing.
right.
And that doesn't
It's
seem
not
very
telling you
educational.
how much it's cutting or
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I mean, unless I'm just completely missing something here, there's AQ Live. Cool.
Zero latency.
That'd be for like sound grid stuff, using it in a live context. But I see nothing here that hasn't already been done by somebody else.
It feels like part of it's kind of a bummer. If it is really good, it's a bummer that they're masking all of that in jargon to try to get people excited about it instead of letting it like rest on its laurels or show itself for what it really is. And if it's good, then people are going to want to get it.
I mean, so okay, go down, scroll down a little bit. It says like a little more. Sorry. It gives points about it. A little more, right
Okay.
there. So where did I see it? Okay, second point on the left. AQ creates 5 unique EQ profiles you can choose from. So is this just listening to your track and be like, okay, that sounds like an acoustic guitar. Here's my 5 acoustic guitar presets. Like,
Or
Fab Filter does that.
yeah.
Like, how much time is this saving? I don't understand. And at least with Fab Filter, it's telling you what it's doing. Like if you go to EQ, acoustic guitar, dynamic, clarity, acoustic guitar, and it'll put a dynamic low band on there to like, control like big strummy stuff. And then it kind of, it shows you what it's doing.
Right.
In high detail, like this, boosting and cutting independently. Okay. So it sounds like it's
5 reimagined EQ controls for full control over your sound.
what does that mean? Is the wait,
These are
we're
your
obsessed
EQ
with
controls.
innovations from Clarity Vox to Silk Vox IDX. IDX is kind of weird. It works sometimes. Sometimes it is very heavy-handed. I don't know, like this kind of marketing stuff.
Yeah, it's the marketing part that I dislike the most. Yeah, I mean, I guess kudos for not just saying AI, but shame on you for like trying to make it seem like it's a new thing and calling it AQ. Like, is that something you're trying to have take off? You know?
Well, yeah. And I mean, take all this with a grain of salt. I haven't played with it yet.
Oh, me neither.
But it's autonomous EQ. What makes this autonomous? Is it just a dynamic EQ, like within a certain context?
I think it's just
autonomous adaptive.
I think the autonomous part is you can hit a learn button.
Works dynamically out of the box using frequencies using a flat spectral target. That's a dynamic EQ.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna call that autonomous.
But it works out of the box.
You know what this is? They just took F6 and put a different skin on it and let it recognize sources. That's all it is. Oh my word.
Well,
isn't there another Curves plugin? There's Curves Equator, right?
I don't know. Curves. And I'm not searching that in Google. I'm searching that in Waves.
Curves.
Don't just Google curves.
Isn't that the gym for women? I think my stepmom used to go to.
Is it?
Curves.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Like pink cursive lettering.
I think so.
Yeah. There is Curves Equator.
A smarter resonance suppression and frequency unmasking. So another dynamic EQ.
Well, no, Jeremy, it's something totally different. This one pulls the blanket off of your mix. Okay.
Okay.
The other one can, the other one will autonomously see if the sleeper is too warm or too cool and move the blanket accordingly.
A safeguard to ensure you don't overprocess. Does that just mean like, hey, we've only limited this to plus 5 dB in either direction?
Hey, we're going to make sure that you don't overprocess, so let us process this.
Yo, dog, we heard you like processing. So we put a processing cap on your processing. I don't know. I feel like I'm just giving Waves a hard time. I
haven't used either of these. They could be awesome.
I'm still a Waves affiliate somehow. Despite the critiques that I constantly give them, there are a few pieces of Waves gear that I use incredibly consistently. And I literally have every Waves plugin, even ones that are like aren't released yet. And have you ever heard me get excited about their pre-releases?
Not once.
Nope.
No. If anything, just grumpy.
I mean, listen, I love what they're doing, and like, but some of the marketing, frankly, bullcrap. Like, Renaissance Vocals is goated. NS1 is goated. That noise suppression, I don't know of another noise suppressor that works that well.
The clarity.
Well, no, NS1.
Oh, okay. I see.
NS1. I think it was right, y'all. NS1. Probably one of the best noise suppressors for like noisy instruments, or like noisy vocals. It's fantastic, and it takes like no resources. It's great. H delay, incredible.
H delay is cool. I like my Valhalla stuff though.
I don't have a Valhalla delay. That's the one I don't have. Yeah. The one I don't have.
It's so good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay.
You have so many, like, you can do bucket brigade delays, tape delays. You can duck a bucket brigade and tape delay and stuff with ducking features built in.
I want to put a duck in a bucket.
You got to quack right off.
There was a duck on my van the other day. I took a video.
A van duck?
Yeah, hang on. Do, 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 do. I'm gonna prove my point here.
Because I didn't believe you. I still don't believe you until you show me proof.
Where's he at?
Did he leave little flipper marks on your car?
No, he was just chilling. Oh man, I don't know where it is. Bummer. Duck on a van.
I haven't used it in a very long time. But I did like this Aphex vintage aural exciter. I would put it on bass.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, MV2, that limiter is incredible.
I like Vocal Writer.
I could take or leave the writer stuff.
I don't use it in a musical context, but
Yeah.
for this kind of stuff.
Right.
Although I liked the Melda writer more.
Really?
Mhm.
Free?
No, it's not free.
Oh. I know some of their stuff is free. at
Yeah,
least.
some of their stuff is free.
I've been getting really into SSL stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like we talk about the Renaissance stuff, R bass for waves.
Mm-hmm.
I have like the Slate full complete thing, and I think you do too, actually, which comes with the SSL stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Have you messed with it?
I've played around with some of them, yeah.
Oh, buddy.
There's some that, frankly, I just don't know how to use, but there are some that are pretty fun.
The SSL, what is it? They have some kind of low fundamental.
Oh, where that's like the synth thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
that's cool.
unbelievable. It's
That's cool.
so good, so clean. And then they have like the Fusion space plugin.
Fusion, here we go. Stereo image.
Yes.
I haven't played with that one.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
I clicked on it and it didn't do anything.
It just took you to channel strips. That's interesting. Huh. Nope. Try again.
And it's opening it in a new tab every time.
Anyway. So their website's not great, but their plugins are really, really good.
I tried Guitar Strip very briefly.
I have not tried the strips.
It felt
yet.
extremely heavy-handed for the few things I tried it on.
Yeah, I think I opened up Vocal Strip and I was like, I don't want to do all this right now.
Yeah.
The LMC is really cool.
Yeah.
I think it's listen mic compressor, but like basically a talkback compression thing, like just over exaggerated on drums is super cool. Obviously, bus compressors, goated. I think if I say a lot of stuff is goated, don't I?
We like goats around here.
Blitzer was weird to me.
I tried to use it. It also felt like
with a name like Blitzer, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna obliterate this thing, and it's like really gentle.
but it has attitude, gentle attitude.
It didn't have quite the attitude I expected. Their transformer plugin though is really cool.
Okay.
Really, really cool.
Is it Optimus Prime or Bumblebee?
I don't know Transformers, but
Those are
that
the
one
only
is
two I know.
cool.
This one?
Yeah,
Analog Transformer Mojo.
it's so good. Didn't think we'd be talking like plugins all day, but
Me neither, but I like it. The other, I tried the 4KE as well.
see, I'm like, I've got my channel strip and I'm perfectly happy. Metric Halo.
What's
that's
interesting
my
to
move.
me, I don't have, I guess I have one channel strip now, the Harrison audio stuff,
Yeah.
but anything else is just direct in to my Scarlett. So that's why it's interesting to me to try out these different channel strips to see like, A, is it really that important tonally? And B, how, I don't know.
Well, okay.
How
So
do these even sound?
you were talking, you have your external channel strip. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously I do too. I meant in the box. I've got my favorite because I
got you.
still use one in the box every time.
Even with all your external stuff?
Yeah.
What do you use in the box?
Metric Halo
Oh, okay. Yeah.
for vocals,
Yeah,
vocals, pianos, acoustics, Metric Halo channel strip. Incredible. But they're all good. It's like, what are you fast at? And I just didn't. Everybody was using SSL when I was picking. I was like, I don't want to do this. Everybody's doing this.
Mm-hmm.
That, and then API had come out with their Vision one, and then I knew Serban was using Metric Halo, and I was like, I want to be like Serban. So that's the one I learned. And can I mix like Serban now? No, not even close.
His son kind of can, right?
His son can mix like him.
Kind of, right?
Yeah. I on the other hand cry myself to sleep every night. So
Who doesn't?
it's the only way I get to sleep.
What you were just pulling up Melda stuff.
Uh-huh.
I haven't tried much of their lineup. I was just in a panic one day and trying to get something to sound right and just picked up their, I don't even remember what it's called. It's their volume tracker thing, their auto volume thing.
Man, they've come a long way. I remember getting Melda stuff years ago, and it did not look this cool.
Mixing? Oh, M Auto Leveler. I believe auto volume. There we go. Yeah.
Huh.
It works really well.
Kind of like a vocal writer situation.
Yeah, but with more tweaking involved if you want to.
Go back. Some of those look kind of interesting.
Do you
So
want
drum leveler, that's the literally just I think it's called drum leveler, right? Sound Radix?
I don't know.
Yeah, Sound Radix. Drum leveler.
Well, this one is drum leveler.
$22. I think this is 150.
Goodness
And I'm sure it
gracious.
works just as well because sometimes this does not work well.
Is it essentially like a fancy
Yep, exactly
gate,
the same.
basically?
I mean, it's like an expander.
Okay.
You can instantiate a gate within it, but it's basically an expander to get like your kicks crazy consistent or your snares crazy consistent or bring out ghost notes and something. It's a helpful tool, rarely reached for, but when you need it, it's there for
It
you.
gets it done.
But $22, holy cow!
A lot of their stuff is on sale right now. Only 10 more hours.
Is
for
this
these?
is it really
Regular price $112.
is it really like that or is it?
I honestly don't know. I was on Reddit and I was asking what is like Vocal Writer, but not Waves. And no one had a good answer except for people saying M Auto Volume. So I picked that one up. And that's all that I've used from Melda.
Transient stuff. Yeah. Okay. So they're just taking the popular utilities that you need everywhere. What's Channel Matrix?
It's free.
Simple but
Oh.
powerful utility lets you mix and reroute channels from main input sidechains, lets you swap left. Okay. Interesting.
They've got a lot of free ones.
Lots. Stereo fix? What?
Magical tool that fixes problems in stereo recordings, even if you didn't even know there were any. It has been designed for stereo microphone recordings, such as overhead in rooms, and can be used on master tracks as well.
Huh? Oh, it's probably matching loudness and
Matches the
delay.
volume, time, spectrum, and phase.
Interesting. That's expensive
It is.
to just check your phase and volume.
I wonder what it.
If it's lightweight,
What would it do on a master track?
Oh, I probably wouldn't do that. I mean, you want to do it on things that are like specifically stereo.
I get that, but it advertises its use on master tracks, which is why I'm wondering, like, what would it do? Like, how would that sound?
And we might have to give that a spin because I have. All right, buddy. That's interesting. I would like to actually try that because I have a track where band wanted guitars super wide.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't necessarily translate in mono, so I'd be curious if it can fix stereo issues, if it's also fixing like mono compatibility. I don't know if that's even possible, but that would be dope.
Those are only their mixing plugins. They've got so many. Bunch of saturation.
By the way, if
stuff.
you've made it this far into the podcast, can you tell like I'm getting over a cold? Like if I breathe, you can hear the wheeze. Like
How long have you had a cold? Well, I just saw you like less than a week ago.
yeah, I got it that night. I went home and was like, ugh.
Oh man.
So maybe you gave it to me.
No, I haven't had a cold. And I did not have one before then either.
Let me look at my notey poos for other topics. So yeah, Waves AI coming for us. We're all doomed again. Oh, Coachella. Did you see this stuff about Coachella?
What's going on?
Do you
with
go to Coachella?
I've never been to Coachella.
I have been to festivals. I haven't been to Coachella specifically.
I've been to
but
festivals.
I feel like the most two punk rock things at Coachella were classical music and Bernie Sanders. Did you see that? I just saw both of them like they were playing classical music at Coachella.
I thought that was a joke. I thought you were like telling me a meme or something.
No.
That's what's happening.
That's what I saw. I don't know. That's all I've got with it. Like, I know nothing else.
I've never been. I've also,
I mean, music in itself is inherently political. I get it, but Bernie Sanders talking at Coachella is just kind of badass in my. I did not watch it, but if he got any kind of like hoop and holler, I'd be like, that's kind of interesting. Like, what a interesting crowd to go for. Not what I would have expected.
really got like two ends of the spectrum there in terms of age, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you go to what's next? Trump at Burning Man. Like, could you imagine him
At Fire Fest.
the biggest fire? I cannot do impressions. I'm so sorry.
Me neither.
And the last place I want to take this is political, so we'll just make fun of everybody. Can we do that?
Yeah, we got a long list to go through then.
Big interesting one.
What's that?
So performance royalties organizations like ASCAP, BMI, CSAC.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new company trying to come in and do a blanket license fee to undercut everybody, which could take ASCAP and BMI like completely out of business. Have you seen this?
No.
I know very little about it, but Pro Music Rights pitched to disrupt licensing with $50 a month blanket license.
It's pretty on the nose business name.
Like, I was looking at them a little bit and I saw like, I think they're doing some stuff with venues, but it's mainly like everything new happening with music that like it seems like ASCAP, BMI are not picking up the slack with is like social sharing. It's like there should be a tool in which to use this, you know, like we should be able to share our music or not get your own material taken down. So on one hand, I'm like, this is a great idea. On one hand, I'm like, this is potentially completely industry shakeup.
And it's so I'm just looking at the Q&A here. One of them, if I already have a license with ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC, do I need a license for pro music rights?
By the way, if you have your license with CSAC, good on you. That's invite only, so you're doing something right.
If you plan to use the music of any songwriter, composer, or publisher represented by Pro Music Rights, you will need a license with Pro Music Rights. The other licenses don't apply, basically. I thought that was going to say something different, which is why I started reading it. What's your knee-jerk reaction to this?
If they can figure this out, because right now music licensing is not something easy to navigate.
Right.
It really is not. And I don't know why neither ASCAP or BMI has made this a little easier on anyone. Because, I mean, even somebody who's done it for a while, like trying to teach someone else how to, like, you can explain like why you need your licensing, right? Why you need to do this. Some people are like overly critical with it and they don't want to put anything out until everything's whatever. But all of a sudden, like, it's not an easy thing to navigate. And if somebody can come along and simplify that process for way cheaper, while at the same time making like the end user, whoever that might be, like a venue or somebody wanting to use the license, for a cover or mechanical royalties, stuff like that. If they could simplify both sides of that, holy cow, they would
Oh, that'd be
dominate.
great. Yeah.
But like this has been so controlled, like within the industry that it's why you haven't seen anybody else pop up besides ASCAP, BMI.
When you're saying that they're undercutting, are they undercutting both parties, the people getting licenses and the people being represented, in terms of like payouts and stuff?
No, because I mean, technically, BMI is it one of them? BMI or ASCAP is free.
Right.
They just take a larger percentage. From what I understood, the licensing was like you just get a blanket license, and that's it. Like then now you're covered for way cheaper than it would be potentially like the thousands going through ASCAP.
I see. So this is more like on the side of establishments and people covering music and stuff like that, right? And you get the one blanket license, and now you don't have to worry about these, like, you know, chasing down the multiple different licenses that you need. But it only covers, for this to work, a majority of people have to use it, right? Because it doesn't cover people that are registered under ASCAP and BMI, it looks like.
Which is why I'm saying if they could figure it out on both sides.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But even the name. Oh my gosh. Told you, man.
Started sounding like Selma.
Like death. But even their name, Pro Music Rights, PRO, if you're looking up a PRO, which ASCAP and BMI are performance royalties organizations, PROs, Pro, they know what they're doing. Like,
Smart.
they're going to get that click just from the SEO because of their name. That is sneaky. But yeah, it looks like they deal with venues.
You can't just do a blank search for artists and stuff. I want to see a list of who is registered.
It says you can search our repertoire online using the search feature above.
You can search the repertoire, but you can't do a blank search.
Oh. Where have you get there?
I just clicked the homepage. Yeah.
Here he is. Bruno Mars? Artist. Oh, this website does not work.
No.
Tilmar. Oh, the search is not good.
No.
Whoa.
There are a lot of names on here.
This does not look real.
None of them look like actual names.
No. Artist name. Herfter Dolce.
Mm-hmm.
HFR, HHFR, HFR, HFR. Huh?
I wonder if these are just email without the @ sign.
It's linked.
Well, they all are.
No way. Buttock labor? What? Hold on. Can we look up this thing real quick? Can you Google HFR, HHFR, DOLCE, and the song is Buttock Labor.
CK?
Talk. BUTTOCK. Labor.
No.
Points to nothing.
Let me see if YouTube Music has just buttock labor. Mm-mm.
And the publisher name is Publishing Company A. This is weird.
Are these?
This might be the shadiest thing I've ever seen. All right.
Well, I looked at their.
Good idea. This is weird.
I was looking at their articles because they have a link that has like articles talking about them and stuff. And the top one is this website.
What?
Yeah. The Gleaner from Jamaica, Wisconsin. And this was their top link.
That's not a real place. Is it? I'm sorry if you're from Jamaica, Wisconsin. Sounds delightful.
Also, this is
Virgin Jambos.
man.
Cab driver crime. That's got to be a real artist. Brazy Records. Oh.
Jewel Santana. That
Wiz
looks real.
Khalifa? No. Everything is good. So they don't even list the ISRC. Kino Beats.
Kino.
They don't list the ISRC. They don't. Oh, this is weird. Okay. Well, maybe it's not what I thought it was. And potentially we have found ourselves in a bit of scam here.
This
Actually,
is just
don't sue us.
this is
seems
just
like
weird.
a company that would sue. This is not legal advice. Don't take any. We're just people talking into microphones. That's all we are.
Oh no, you said all that and now they think I'm a robot.
Ah. Yes. PROs are good. Anyway, have we gone far enough down that rabbit hole? I feel like we're on a watch list at this point.
Uh-oh, they represent the U.S. Navy.
I
We're
just
definitely
saw that.
Oh no.
Dude, we're like synced
What
up.
what kind of mess did you sync me into?
I don't know, but we're synced up right now. They're going at the same time.
Oh, we're on the same cycle.
Napster, trusted by companies. Would you want to be trusted by Napster?
Napster got into some trouble, and then they went the straight and narrow. after
Napster
that.
got into the trouble. Like,
Napster ruined it for everyone else.
oh, well,
Oh, I don't like how both the top and bottom move at the same time. Anyway,
well, that wasn't what it was cracked up to be. As a venue, man, if you could pay one flat blanket license, that'd be crazy.
that'd be great. But again, it sounds like for that to work and to truly be one license, everyone would have to be using pro music rights.
But that's the way it is. Like, you have to have blanket licenses with every performance royalties organization anyway.
Yeah.
So if there was one doing it right,
But that's what I'm saying. Until everybody changes, this is just another license you'll have to get.
True. Good point. But
I'm with you though. Great idea. And maybe what it takes is this catching on, or this idea catching on, and then changes being made with the other companies.
You know what they're probably doing too? Like, they probably see how lax the world of music licensing enforcement actually is.
Mm-hmm.
And then so if they can get people who are looking for this, seeing the prices of ASCAP and BMI, and they're like, oh, we just need one.
Mm-hmm.
And get at least some revenue that way.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not covered for anything. Like, no, it's just...
It's crazy how much of the Wild West it still is right now.
But it's not though. Like, just people just are okay breaking the law.
Well, yeah, but like just we kind of had it sorted out, and then the internet came around, and then the internet got better, and now everybody has a phone in their pocket. And I mean, the Wild West in terms of like you've got people not affiliated with the publisher, the song, the artist, or the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And they're just coming in being like, I recognize that song, cease and desist. All right, let's sue them. Now we're going to take that money.
Mm-hmm.
It's just wild.
Which has happened on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get sued, but I've had stuff taken down and demonetized
Mm-hmm.
for music that I pay the royalties for.
Well, and yeah, and there's a whole other,
I've had my own stuff taken down.
there's a lot that needs to be fixed on like just the media side of things with YouTube and even other places of, you can get mass reported, get a handful of people together that want to take something down, and they all mass report, and now it's down. That kind of weird stuff, but
Stuffed butt.
stuffed butt.
Should we do?
That's
Ooh,
for our other channel.
subscribe to our OnlyFans.
Now it's time for Record Rex.
You want to hop into some record recs?
Yes.
While we do that, if you've made it this far, first of all, thanks for watching. If you're new, welcome. If this is your first time, consider hitting like and subscribe, or just subscribe. If you've been here for a while, just hit like, or make a new account and hit subscribe again if you want to.
Make 4.
You can.
Get on your mommy's account and subscribe.
Here's a
love
challenge.
us.
Challenge. For however many tabs you currently have open in your browser, you have to make that many accounts and subscribe.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's diabolic.
Yeah, yeah. And you have to do it because you have at least more than one tab open right now. So before we get into our full-blown pre-thought Rex, let's listen to it. What do you want to do? 1, 2 of viewer recommended songs?
Yeah, let's see what's going on.
All right.
So this is somebody's posted their stuff.
Yeah. So this was.
Let's hope it's good. I'm gonna be real mean.
Don't be mean.
I'm
gonna
mean.
try to point out everything I like about all these songs.
Good cop, bad cop.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. This is from Maddie 2 Hat Music.
Cool.
2 Hats Music.
Why not 3 hats?
Just sharing a music track. So, for those of you that haven't heard,
colors.
oh geez, for those of you who haven't heard, we want to hear just more music that we haven't heard before. Preferably stuff that's not like, huge, making 1 million streams and all that kind of stuff. If it's your band, awesome. If it's something you mixed, dope. If it's your neighbor who plays in the garage and they put out an album, awesome. Want to hear it. So
What's that underground gems?
yeah, drop them in the comments. Either like the names or a link or something. Drop their socials too if you want.
Sometimes it won't let the links go through. It'll go to like a hidden comment. So,
Yes.
but still post them because we can still find them that way.
Yeah. Until we have comments just flooding the gates, we'll be able to find them.
Right.
Yeah. So this is Make an Entrance. I don't know how much we'll be able to actually like play on the video as things keep progressing and we keep listening to music more and more and more. So until it
They don't need
becomes
to hear the song, they just need to hear me judging this.
yeah, until there's a problem, then you'll be able to hear it. It's cool, like overlay effect thing. What are
70s.
yeah? What's going on down here though? Is that supposed to be a
Questions.
substance? It reminds me of something, but I can't put my finger on it.
Kind of like Stone Temple Pilots.
Yep.
Like the Aerosmith stuff.
That's what it. Yeah, Aerosmith was kind of. I don't know if it's like guitar tone or if it's like the type of vocal cadence that's going on.
Kind of that like pseudo Middle Eastern Indian. Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
I mean, stoner rock.
right. I was picking up what you were laying
Yeah.
down. That's a cool hooky part right there.
All right.
I like this guitar sound too.
This is like when with the weather changing and like spring windows down. Like I can vibe to this.
Yeah,
That's cool.
this is solid.
Maddie 2 Hats.
Maddie 2 Hats.
You made your entrance with the song
Hey,
Make an Entrance.
YouTube channel is Maddie 2 Hats. That's the link that he dropped. Probably also streaming places, I would imagine.
114 views. Go stream this.
Yeah.
Cat. He's pretty
Go
cool.
check it out. Looks like he's got a whole Bandcamp set up from Bisbane. Very cool.
Brisbane?
Yep, I can't read. Bisbane. This boy's here from Bisbane.
Brisbane. Is there another one?
Yes.
Let's do one more.
Okay, we'll do one more. Help Hounds from Northwest Indiana. So these are some hometown folks.
Northwest? That's here.
Northwest side.
What? I haven't heard of these guys.
Help Hounds. Google changed account. Yep, because I logged into something else. You're right. Help Hounds. All right. Let's see. Should we just go with top played, then knocking?
Yeah.
All right. Help Hounds. I already like this. It's like very cinematic. I could see this being in like a Netflix show or something.
Is it gonna stay like bluegrass?
I don't know.
Feels
What's
like
this album art? Oh, doggos.
they're helpful hounds. Okay.
Ooh.
People try to tell you how to spend your wages. They say it's gone to waste when you're just drinking with a stranger.
That's dope.
This is cool.
If you guys are in Northwest Indiana, you need to come here and record. This
Do
would be
it.
fun.
You don't want to meet 'em, you don't want to see 'em. Hanging around
This is
your
cool.
neighborhood
I love this vibe.
to enlist you.
It's like
Kicking down
bluegrass,
your door,
but
expectations in combat.
Squirrel Nut Zippers type of vibe
Yeah.
vocally.
I could definitely see it in like a dark pub.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not. I know it's not like Irish bar music, but
Ideas and opinions. You can hear 'em scratching at your walls like rodents.
This is cool.
that's
Wake up in the middle
Cool
of the
stuff.
night and
I want to just hear a snippet of another one.
yeah.
Just pop in the middle.
she sings to you.
That's a strange bird.
Strange bird indeed.
Sings to you.
I like the album art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guys, come
Nice.
on. This seems like if you ever are interested,
Who told us about them? Hellhounds. Jason Camp
Jason Camp. If you're
or
really
just Sunny Camp? I'm not sure. But thanks for the rec. And you pointed out, yes, Beetleborgs. That was the show where it was like Power Rangers, but they were like Beetle inspired. I gotta pull up a picture of this now. You, Jason, if that is your true name, I can't tell you how much I lit up when I read that because I could not for the life of me think of the name, but I also didn't have the wherewithal to look it up on the supercomputer we all have in our pockets.
but if dude, Northwest Indiana, get your help hounds over here to the studio and let's record, man.
Beetleborgs. It was a straight ripoff, but it was great.
I'm not familiar with this.
Dude, it was so good. Okay. Well,
Which
I
one
think
was the dung beetle?
hey, we don't talk about him. We'll keep listening through other recommended artists and stuff that you guys drop. Please keep that up.
Yes.
Um,
that's fun.
If we get a whole bunch, we could just do like an entire episode of just like reacting to your guys' music. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would actually be a lot of fun.
It'd be a lot of fun. And while you're at it, let us know, like I said earlier, if you mixed it or something, or if you guys have like a bunch of projects just on your SoundCloud. We know you do. We know you have projects on SoundCloud that you just shared with a couple friends. Share it with us.
We want to hear you. You ready or you want me to go?
Go for it. I'm not ready.
Novelists, say my name.
Say my name. Say my name.
Definitely in
Say
that
my
vibe.
name. Oh, say my
Sorry.
name. Me.
Nama. I had never heard of this group.
I like your
I'm
snare.
freaking obsessed.
Yeah. Ooh.
Turn it up a little bit.
That's some groovy guitar.
Where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go?
Oh man. Ooh,
Hang
phase
on.
guitar too.
It gets better.
Ooh.
Female led.
Oh man.
Her voice is so cool.
This is awesome. There's like interesting 80s elements in this.
Yeah. And then you got like, yep.
Oh, and okay,
It's
man.
such a payoff.
Okay.
I told you, I'm obsessed with them. It's such a bop, dude. I
You're
don't
right,
know how I
vocals.
hadn't heard of them before.
Yeah. How many? What are we looking at? Like plays and stuff.
I don't even know. It just popped up. Like not crazy.
No.
They're French.
Yeah. Been around since 2013. When did this come out? This year. Okay.
Like it's poppy. It's trappy.
Yeah. And whoever their guitar player is, I love their style.
Probably neck tattoos right there.
I would imagine.
He
Or
looks like a
drums. Or drums.
It's a guitar player to me.
Drums is here. Bass is back here. That's what they do to us. But like that guitar, like holding like a funky-ish pulse, but still playing like this distorted, cool stuff. But it also has like a soulful vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, man. That's so cool.
It's interesting writing. It's like something in a genre we all love and appreciate, or at least we do. But it's kind of a nice breath of fresh air.
Yeah, so that's novelist.
French air, if you will.
French air. I put this on the list not necessarily to wreck it because I think that almost everybody
Get wrecked.
knows the band. But have you listened to the new Baby Metal song?
I have not listened to the new one. No.
It's really good. I like Baby Metal though. I like that
love
brat
Baby
metal
Metal,
thing.
dude.
And this one is
They're
with
not
Poppy.
brat metal, are they?
I think that's what you would
I
call
guess
them.
they technically would be.
Yeah.
I see Volt, or what is it?
You
Is it Volt? It's not
Vanna,
Volt.
Vanna.
Vanna. I don't know. She's brat metal.
Yeah.
Anyway, play it. I haven't heard it.
I guess it can be my wreck, but
Sounds like every other Baby Metal
Yep.
song. Yep. The criminal.
just so fun.
They do like
It's the only metal that makes me want to do this. Everything else makes me want to do this back and forth, but this makes me want to go side to side.
wow. Their transition riffs are just oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Poppy?
Yeah. Yeah. It's brutal. It goes hard. Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
It's
All right.
very good.
Have you, speaking of Poppy, have you seen the cringe, like when they went to some music awards and they mistook Courtney from,
Yeah.
they just called her Poppy and she went with it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes.
That was classy. Classy.
That's, yes, cringy because of the situation, but I think it's just so fun.
It wasn't her fault.
No. I think she handled it like a champ, and that's like so fun to see that side of artists and stuff. And like just the sheer fact that she would react that way and like go with it and stuff. But
Like, totally giving Poppy like all the credit she deserves, and then also being like, I think the Courtney girl from the Spirit Box, she probably deserves something too. Like, oh yeah, thanks. She just walks away.
we listen to a lot of music today, and we solved so many problems, Jeremy.
All the world's problems. You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah. Gosh.
I hope you subscribe.
Do you like waves? Do you use waves?
I was like surfing west, bro.
Kwanzaa, brother.
Ripping tide. I don't know if that's a phrase they say.
Ripping tide, ripping pants, We're on one today.
It's early,
It is early.
Okay. How early is it for you?
Drop us artists that you like. Hit subscribe, hit like, share it with friends, family, loved ones, pets, enemies of pets.
And until next time.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait. If you made it this far, drop a wave in the comment. The little
Like
wave
a wave
emoji.
or a wave?
Either, both, neither. They'll figure it out.
Pick one. Okay, bye.
Bye.